In the village of Asubiaro, Odeyemi was more than a hunter. He was a legend. He brought back the head of lion and the tusks of elephant, and even the fiercest animals seemed to fall under his gaze. Children chanted his name with joy, and his wives wore their pride like crowns. But that was before. Something dark has crept into Odeyemi's luck. For weeks now, he would disappear into the forest only to return empty-handed. The villagers who once praised him now shook their heads in pity. His wives, once proud, avoided the stares of the townspeople. Yet Odeyemi refused to stop. Each time he left, he told himself, "This will be the hunt that restores my name." One misty evening, he set out again, his mind heavy with desperation. Hours turned to days as he trekked the wide path, but no animal crossed his path. He grew weary until suddenly, in a moonlight clearing, he saw a massive antelope grazing alone. Its antlers were majestic, and its coat glistened under the moonlight. It was the prize he had been waiting for. But as he prepared to take aim, something strange happened. Odeyemi blinked in conclusion. The antelope legs were human's. He squinted, certain his mind was playing tricks. But before he could react, the antelope shimmed and morphed into a beautiful woman, her skin glistening and her eyes large and bright. Odeyemi froze, watching her in silence. The woman held an animal skin in her hands. Unaware she was being watched, she hid the skin under a rock, then turned and walked deeper into the forest. The hunter pulse quickened. He crept to the rock, picked the skin and tucked it away in his hunting bag. As he did, he heard soft cries behind him, the gentle whispers of baby antelope hidden in the bushes, waiting for their mother. He hesitated, then followed her carefully, his mind racing. She was no ordinary woman. He knew that much. She glided through the trees, her movement graceful, her figure almost glowing in the night. Every few steps, he would turn and look behind her, sensing something, but Odeyemi would duck behind a tree, holding his breath. The woman led him to the heart of the forest, to a place he would never seen, a hidden market, bustling with strange figures. Odeyemi's jaws dropped. These weren't ordinary people. Some had animal tails, others had beaks, and still others wore antlers. They moved about, bartering and buying, but not with money, with strange herbs and shiny stones that glowed. Just as quickly as the market had filled, it emptied, a bell tolling in the distance. The woman turned to leave, her arms full of goods. As she exited the market, Odeyemi stepped into her path. "Stop there," he commanded, stepping forward with his bow raised. She froze, her wide eyes meeting his. "What do you want, hunter?" "I am Odeyemi, the greatest hunter of Ilu Asubiaro," he said, trying to sound fearless, "and I know what you are." The woman face softened with a sad smile. "Please, Odeyemi, my children are waiting for me. Let me go to them. I do not wish to harm anyone." He reached into his bag and pulled out an animal skin. "This," he said, holding it up, "keep you from returning to them." The woman fell to her knees, tears glistening in her eyes. "Please give it back. My children, they have no one else. Their father was killed just days ago. I only came to buy food for them. They will die without me." Odeyemi felt pain in his heart but shook his head. "Come with me to my home, and I promise you will live like a queen." The woman wept, clutching her chest. "Please, I beg you, let me return to my children. I will give you many animals. You will be the most famous hunter in the land if you let me go." He hesitated but eventually spoke. "If I set you free, you must promise to meet me here in 3 years. You will come back to me as my wife." She looked up to him, eyes full of sorrow. 3 years, then I will meet you here." She placed her hand on his. whispering ancient words that seem to ohm with power. Until then, may you find bounty wherever you hunt. Odeyemi released her, and she vanished into the trees, leaving him alone. The next day, his luck returned. Animals practically lined up before him, and his fame grew tenfold. Villagers marveled at his fortune, his wife reveling in his riches his aunt brought home. Yet as the months turned to years, Odeyemi's mind often drifted back to that night, waiting for his promised bride. When the 3 years finally passed,